Hi everybody. Tonight's discussion is on baseball yesterday. Some of the unusual customs that were played in my day. For example, gloves in outfield, meaning that when the players came in, the outfielders came in at the end of a half inning, they would not take the gloves with them. They would drop the gloves in short right, short center, short left. And when sunglasses came into vogue, players would put the sunglasses in a glove, and the glove would go on the short right, short left, short center. So you might ask, weren't there accidents? Didn't players step on a glove or step on his sunglasses or trip? And the answer, surprisingly, is no. Occasionally something would happen, but nobody paid much attention. There was no rushing out to move the glove. I mean, the glove was part of baseball. Right, charging the ball, that's another custom that prevalent in the older days, not so much today, in fact very little today. In the old days they charged the ball, every ground ball was charged. And if you couldn't get the one jump into the glove, you let the ball bounce off your chest and pick it up and throw it to first. The whole point seemed to be that you rushed the ball and you had it as soon as possible and you flipped the ball to first base, meaning you didn't throw it with all your might as they do today. Now I remember the tone of disdain on some of the broadcasters. You know, it would go something like, as the ball hit to the shortstop, he backs up, throws the ball up first, just in time. And the infielder that took the ball off his chest, ground ball to the infielder, bounces off his chest, he picks it up and throws him out with plenty of time to spare. There was sort of a feeling that when you backed up on a ball, you in effect surrendered. You know, you were not aggressive. Nowadays, the players have such strong arms. I suppose that's one of the reasons why nobody charges the ball anymore. Can you imagine every infielder charging the ball and the ball's bouncing off his chest now? $1 million chest. Okay, umpires. In my day, the umpires wore huge chest protectors. They must have gone from the neck down to the ankles, which set up a very comical situation. As when the umpire would bend down, you know, and look over the catcher's shoulder to call a ball or a strike, the chest protector would hit the floor. So the umpire had handles on this chest protector, and he would pick up the chest protector. He'd get back and let the chest protector drop. And this went on throughout the whole game. The umpire and his huge chest protector. I guess they figured the old guys were pretty delicate in those days. Okay, let's see. Finally, chewing tobacco. Now, the players in my day chewed tobacco. Tobacco, bite off a chunk and chew it up. Should have a big ball in that cheek. Chew it up. And when they had some juices, I guess, you know, they didn't want to swallow it. That was a no-no. They'd spit it out on a dugout floor. So that, since most of the players were chewing tobacco, heads would go back and forth, up and down. Some further down, head up and down. dugouts must have been some mess in those days. Of course, later on they had other methods of chewing. I remember bubble gum. So you see the outfielders blowing up big balloons, sort of a childlike setup. Now, I think recently the baseball players chew on peanuts, open the, bite down on the peanut shell and take out the kernel, and they would spit out the shell, so that you had a throwback to the old days of spitting something out in the dugout. Now it's maybe peanut shells. Of course, in the old days it was awful tobacco, dangerous tobacco, chewing tobacco. And my preference for what to eat during timeout would be something like in the World Cup in France. Whenever they were allowed, the players would stop the bikes and they would be handed a cup of champagne. Now, if I were in a baseball dugout, I think I'd prefer a little sip of champagne. Okay. Au revoir, mes amis. Bye bye.